rhetoric on both sides that, looking at where we're at, it's entirely understandable. Now, of course, we're waiting to see what occurs when the Trump administration comes in. I think, like others, I'm very nervous that the Trump administration is going to make demands of the Russians, is going to speak to the Russians in a manner that the Russians simply are not going to want to respond to. And that then, of course, the response will be from the Americans, well, we'll beat you then. Which I think is essentially what we're expecting to see, particularly with the people that Trump is bringing into his administration. So if they can't deliver Trump a political victory, that he can stand and say, look, I'm better than Biden. I did in 2 or 3 months what Biden couldn't do in 2 or 3 years. I think if they don't get that, then of course it's going to turn to be, okay, we're going to force the Russians to our will, and then we are in a position, worse, I think, than we are now.
Matt Ho, thank you very much, my dear friend. Much appreciated. I know you're on a little bit of sleep because of your international travel, but you're very good to give us this time, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, thanks, Judge, and congratulations again on the 500,000.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We are finished for today, but tomorrow, Friday, the end of the day, the end of the week, our intelligence, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, our intelligence community roundtable, and they'll have much, knowing them, to celebrate and crow about. Well, knowing those two, they're going to take credit for everything. I'm being a little bit of exaggerating because I have such affection for them. But they'll be here, as will I, of course, at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Judge Napolitano for Judging Freedom. Hi everyone, Judge Andrew Napolitano here for Judging Freedom. Today is Thursday, December 12th, 2024. We welcome to our cameras and microphones a new guest, which whom we hope will become a regular, Ian Proud. Mr. Proud is a former British diplomat who was counselor to the British Embassy in Moscow from 2014 to 2019, and he's here to talk to us about relations between Moscow and the West from a British perspective. Ian, always a pleasure. I assume it'll be a pleasure. You're new to us, we're new to you, although I know your work. Welcome here.
Many thanks. The pleasure is all mine, Judge. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
Let me start by asking you just some big picture background, if I could. Why do the British and American governments hate the Russians?
I think for the British in particular, not necessarily for the Americans, for the British it goes right back to the 18th century. From our imperial redoubt in India, we battled Imperial Russia in Central Asia, in the great game